Hi, welcome to my video on geometric sequence part 3, extra problems. In this video I do some extra problems to clarify geometric sequence. For any geometric sequence, the nth term is represented by, and the formula is Tn equals T1, R for ratio, n minus 1. And again, n belongs to the natural numbers. Number 2, Tn equals 6 times 3 to the n minus 1. State each for the sequence. The first term is 6, and the ratio is the 3. Again, the equation is Tn equals T1 Rn minus 1. Notice T1 is 6, R is 3. State the first three terms of this sequence. Tn equals 5, bracket 2 raised to the n minus 1. So T1 would be 5, 2 to the 1 minus 1, 5, 2 to the 0, 5, 2 to the 0 is 1, so that's 5. And the next term is T2, so it's 5, 2, so 2 minus 1, 5, 2, 2 minus 1 is 1, 2 to the 1 is 2, and that gives us a 10. Notice I'm putting the 1 into place of n here, and I'm putting 2 in the place of n here, and you always work with your power first and then multiply after. So T3 would be 5, 2, 3 minus 1, 5, 2, 3 minus 1 is 2. Again, you got to work your power first. So 2 squared is 4, so that gives it 20. So the first three terms are 5, 10, and 20. And let's see, notice it's going up. The first term is 5, and you're going up by 2. 5 times 2 is 10, 10 times 2 is 20. Makes sense. Number 4, find Tn term formula for each. Well, to get the equation, and the equation is Tn equals T1 Rn minus 1, and T1 is 2, so that's okay. And let's see the ratio. 6 divided by 2 is T2 divided by T1 is 3. Let's try another one. 18 divided by 6, T3 divided by T2 is 3, and that means the ratio is 3. So the equation is Tn, T1 is 2, R is 3, and the n minus 1. And B, let's find the equation. Again, the first term, T1 is 64, and the ratio is 16 divided by 64, and 16 once, and it's 4 times. And our second ratio is 4 over 16, and 4 over 16, 4 into 4 goes once, 4 into 16 goes 4, so the ratio is 1/4. So the formula is Tn, T1 is 64, ratio is 1/4 to the n minus 1. And number 5, Tn is 3 times 5 raised to the n minus 1 power. Find the value of T4. So that means T4, that means n is 4. So we'll plug 4 in the place of n and work it out. So 4 minus 1 is 3. We have to work the power first. So 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125. And 3 times 125 is 375. So hopefully you're understanding the geometric sequence. Learn the formula for the nth term for the geometric sequence. Now, number 6. Find the value of x if the sequence is geometric. Again, the sequence is geometric. We have to find the value of x. So let's see, the ratio is 12 over 6, which is 2. And the ratio, again, is 24 over 12, which is 2. and we have a ratio of x plus 10 over 24. And it's a constant ratio, so that means the ratio has to be a 2. 2 here, 2 here, so this is the 2. That means that x plus 10 over 24 has to be equal to 2. So that's 2 over 1, cross multiply. 1 times x plus 10 is x plus 10. 2 times 24 is 48. X equals 48 minus 10. X equals 38. So the value of x to make this a geometric sequence is 38. And notice that you're doubling this. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 12 is 24. 24 times 2 is 48. So if you put a 38 here, 38 plus 10 is 48, and it's correct. Number 7. This sequence is geometric, but we have all x's. So let's get the first ratio, x plus 2 over x. Let's get the second ratio, 2x plus 7 over x plus 2. And we have that, so therefore the ratios are constant. So that means that 2x plus 7 over x plus 2 equals x plus 2 over x. And we cross multiply. X times 2x plus 7 is equal to x plus 2 times x plus 2. Remember, when two fractions are equal, you can cross multiply. The products are equal. So multiply x times 2x, 2x squared, x times 7, 7x. X times x, x times 2, 2 times x, 2 times 2. So that gives us 2x squared plus 7x equals x squared plus 4x plus 4. Move all, this is a quadratic, so I'll move all terms to the left side in descending order. Done. And notice I put the x squared first, then the x's, then the constant. And so there's x squared plus 3x minus 4 equals 0. And that gives me, I have to factor this quadratic. So x squared is x and x. Product is a negative 4, so the product is negative 4, and the sum is plus 3. So the factors of 4 to give me a 3 must be 4 and 1. The product is negative, so I must have a plus and a minus, so it has to be a plus 4 minus 1. So that means, let's go way up here. So x plus 4 is equal to 0, or x minus 1 equals 0. X equals negative 4, or x equals 1. And we have to get two possible sequences. So let's go with the first one. X is negative 4. Negative 4 here. Negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2. And negative 4 in here is 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. Plus 7 is negative 1. So that's one sequence. And let's deal with x's. 1. If x is 1, that's a 1. X is 1, 1 plus 2 is 3. X is 1, 2 times 1 is 2, plus 7 is 9. And there's the two possible sequences that we have for number 7. Again, we end up with a quadratic, and we have two possible values of x. Find equation for this one. Tn equals T1n r to the n minus 1 for 3, 2x, 4x, and 8x. And if you notice that right here, you're doubling it, so the ratio is 2. So it's 2x times 2 is 4x, 4x times 2 is 8x. But I just noticed that r is 2, but let's work it out. 2x over 3 is a ratio. Next ratio is 4x over 2x, and that cancels out to give me a 2. So that means the ratio has to be 2x over 3 equals 2 over 1. Cross multiply. 2x times 1 is 2x. 3 times 2 is 6. Divided by 2. x is 3. So we put 3 in, and we'll get 3 is the first term, so x is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. X is 3, so 4 times 3 is 12. X is 3. 8 times 3 is 24. And we notice that, again, we found out the ratio is 2. So we have T1 is 3, and the ratio is 2. We could have did the ratio here also after we found them, but we have it right here. So Tn equals the first term, and 2 raised to the n minus 1. And that is the equation that represents this sequence. Notice we had to find x, the value of x first, and plug it in, but we really didn't, because you notice that this is being doubled here. So the first term is 3, and it's being doubled, so the ratio is 2. So there's the equation without going through all this. And we have a couple more to do. If a sequence is geometric, find the missing terms. So notice the ratio is 12 divided by 4. The ratio is 3. So that means 3 times 12 is 36. 36 times 3 is 108, because each term is multiplied by 3. Find this for the sequence 5, 10, and 20, and so on. Find the 10th term. So the 10th term is, we got to get the 10th term. So let's get the equation first. So T1 is equal to 5, and the ratio is 10 divided by 5, so the ratio is 2. So the equation is Tn, first term is 5, 2 to the n minus 1. And we want the 10th term, so T10 is 5, 2 to the 10 minus 1. 5, 2 to the 9. When you put that in a calculator, you'll come up with 2,560. Use your calculator on that. Notice you plug this in a calculator. You can go 2 to the 9 and then multiply by 5, or you can put it all in, your choice. And which term is 320 in this sequence? So this is the equation. Tn equals 5, 2 to the n minus 1. So this is Tn equals 320. We want to know what n is. So that means 5 to the 2n minus 1 is equal to 320 divided by 5, and 2 to the n minus 1 equals, and that's a 64. 320 divided by 5 is 64. Now, these are exponentials, and you need the same bases. So 2 to the n minus 1, 64 is 2 to the what power? So if you think about it, 2 squared is 4. 2 to the 4 is 16. 2 to the 5 is 32. And 2 to the 6 is 64. So that's a 6. So that means n minus 1 equals 6. That means, n equals 6 plus 1. N is 7. And if you put 7 back in the equation and work it out, you'll get a 3. Put 7 back in this equation. Right here, don't make any difference. Get a 6. 5 times 2 to 6 gives you 320. And the last one, find a geometric sequence which represents T2 is 20 and T4 is 320. And we want the first 3 terms of the 2 sequences. So what we have is, we have a T4. So T4 is 320. So that means that T4 is T1 plus R to the 4 minus 1. So T4 is 320 is T1 to the R cubed. And what we have is, again, let's go with T2 is 20, and T2 is T1 plus R to the 2 minus 1. So T2 is 20, T1 to the R to the 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. Now, they're ratios, so if we divide these, if we take T1, R cubed equals, and we take T1R, so we divide, notice they cancel out, and when we divide exponents, 3 minus 1 is 2, and they cancel, and they'll get a 16. So R, the square root of R squared is plus minus the square root of 16. So R is plus or minus 4. So when R is 4, we'll get a ratio. So remember, the ratio is 4. So what happens is that we have to go with R is T2 over T1. So the ratio is 4, and T2 is 20 over T1. So cross multiply, 4 T1 equals 20. Divide by 4, T1 equals 5. So we got the first term 5. We have the next term as 20, and we're multiplying by 5. So we'll get 100. Oh, sorry, the ratio is a 4, so we're multiplying by 4. 5 times 4 is 20. 4 times 20 is 80. Okay, so that's that sequence. And when R is negative 4, so R is equal to, again, T2 divided by T1. So negative 4 is, T2 is 20, divided by negative 1, cross multiply. Negative 4, T1 equals 20. Divide by negative 4, T1 is negative 5. So the first term is negative 5, and the ratio is negative 4. So negative 4 times negative 5 is 20. And negative 4 times 20 is negative 80. So we have two possible sequences that this will fit. And if you did your fourth term, that's the third term. Multiply by 4. 4 times 80 is 320. If you take this one and multiply by negative 4, it's a ratio, you get 320. So it all works out. Just some extra problems to help you think with geometric sequences. And if you like my video, click the like button, subscribe button. Visit my math website, www.mathfullyexplained.com, to find more information about me, my videos, and the content. And that's the content on my YouTube channel called Math Fully Explained. Thank you for viewing my video. Bye-bye.